Warm greetings to everyone. There is a saying which goes like, there are some pain which are physical, there are some pain which are mental, but the one that's both is dental. Yeah, today we are going to talk about dental pain. Dental pain is one of the most common reason for both seeking of the dental treatment and for the denial of the dental treatment. Denial of the dental treatment in the form of pain which is caused during some procedures, for example, extraction, LA administration, etc. So the solution which we have got for the dental pain is local anesthesia. The most commonly used one is lignocaine with adrenaline. So one of the most common procedure which is done in a dental OP is removal of an impacted mandibular third molar. So the basic protocol for removal of an impacted mandibular third molar is LA administration for pain alleviation, then checking for both subjective and objective symptoms, then we give an incision, we raise a mucoperiosteal flap, we do bone removal for better accessibility of an impacted tooth, then we split the tooth either horizontally or vertically for easy removal of the tooth, then we luxate the tooth and then tooth removal. So, we have administered required amount of LA, but what if the patient says that the patient still has pain even after LA administration? Yeah, so the most common causes for pain even after LA administration is either wrong technique of LA administration, anatomical variations either of the nerve or of the tooth, severe infection of the tooth or the overlying soft tissue, inadequate dosage of the LA administered, and anxiety. So, moving on to our study, which is SALT, that saline assisted local anesthetic technique, a substitute for LA, a randomized triple blind study. So the aim of a study is to assess the efficacy of intraosseous saline injection and to compare them with that of the intraosseous lignocaine injection to alleviate the pain during removal of impacted mandibular third molar. So the materials, that is, the number of participants were 120 patients they were divided into two groups, group 1 and group 2, each containing 60 patients. Group 1 was administered intraosseous lignocaine injection and group 2 was administered intraosseous saline injection. The type of the study was a randomized triple-blinded study in which the researcher, the operating surgeon and the patient were blinded. The study was conducted in the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. The informed consent was obtained before the start of the study and the study was approved by Institutional Ethics Committee. Visual analog scale was used to score the pain level. So we have included patients about 19 years of age requiring surgical removal of impacted mandibular third molar. Patients responding for both the subjective and the objective symptoms prior to the procedure after administration of LA agent were included in our study. This is the main criteria. So the patients who had pain while removal of the bone at the cancellous level during the procedure were included in our study. Patients with pain while splitting the tooth or odontectomy and patients with pain while luxating the tooth were again included in our study. So we have excluded patients below 19 years of age, patient with severe infection and patients with pain during mucoperiosteal flap reflection even after administering required nerve blocks, patient with no pain while guttering the cancellous portion of the bone, patient with no pain while odontectomy and patient with no pain while luxating the tooth were excluded from our study. The exclusion criteria also included patient with known allergy to LA, pregnant and lactating women, and patient with other systemic diseases. So statistical analysis was done using SPSS software version 16.0. So the statistical test which is used to determine the significance of difference between the two groups were Fisher exact test and Mann-Whitney U test. So the standard operating protocol which we followed in our study is, first we took an IOP-AR of an impacted mandibular third molar, then we did clinical examination of an impacted mandibular third molar, then we administered lignocaine with adrenaline, we have given an IANB and lingual nerve block, and we have given long buccal nerve block. Then we checked for subjective and objective symptoms. Then we gave an incision, raised a mucoperiosteal flap. Then we did bone removal and luxating the tooth. So, if the patient had pain either while bone removal or while splitting of the tooth or odontectomy, or while luxating the tooth, then the patient were divided in two groups, that is group 1 who were given intraosseous lignocaine injection and group 2 who were given normal saline injection. Approximately 2 ml of intraosseous lignocaine and intraosseous saline was administered for pain alleviation. So the result which we have got is group 1 who were given lignocaine injection. Among 60 patients, 53 patients did not have pain after early administration. But 7 patients out of those 60 did have pain even after early administration. In group 2 who were given saline injection, out of 60 patients, 49 patients did not have pain after saline injection. But 11 patients did have pain even after administering saline. And the p-value which we have got is 0.732. So here we can clearly see that there is no much difference between these two groups. So moving on to discussion, first let's see why there is a pain while bone drilling even after administration of LA. Because the distal bone region of the last mandibular molar is supplied by a retromolar nerve. And also the cancellous portion of the bone contains multiple canals for the vessels and nerves. So that causes pain. So in literature, there was no study conducted in dentistry comparing the effectiveness of intraosseous saline injection with that of the local anesthesia. But there are studies which are conducted in other fields of medicine which states the role of saline in pain alleviation. For example, intraarticular saline injection served well in diminishing pain. Whereas in 2012, Sheena Derry et al. Found that there is, in comparison to sterile water, the saline served better to alleviate pain for the lower back or any other labor pain. It is also effective in alleviating myofunctional pain. So what are the theories? How does this saline work? So basically, NaCl has mild analgesic properties. So on saline injection, there is a release of internal opioids which helps in reducing pain. Also, there is an increase in intraosseous pressure on saline injection which alleviates pain. Also, saline flush eliminates the noxious inflammatory mediators, thereby reducing the pain. But the impact of normal saline in pain alleviation and its mechanism of action is still unclear. So, what are the futuristic aspects is that more similar studies involving this technique should be carried out in animals to postulate a new theory on how saline works, and high pressure liquid chromatography can be used in studying the mechanism of action of normal saline in pain management. So to conclude, I'd like to say that even though there is no clear mechanism behind the role of saline injection in reducing pain during the surgical removal of an impacted mandibular third molar, our study shows significant reduction in pain after its intraosseous administration. This may also reduce the systemic toxicity of LA. These are my references, and thank you.